KG Auto. I live in Brooklyn. If your car breaks down, you know to call. If your car breaks down, you know to call. Call 347-385-9080. Let's go. Good morning, viewer. KG Auto. What do we have here is a 2011 Volkswagen Jetta. I'm gonna be replacing the drum brakes and the wheel cylinder. We're going to change this into new one. So this is the wheel cylinder. I'm going to be replacing it. On the other side is a leaking. This is the part number, and then this one is the shoe. That is the part number, and this one is the drum. That is the part number. So I just want to explain something on this car. As you can see, the brakes is already in case you want to do this, because this thing, all this spring, when you're working with it, you have to be very careful, because this thing can cause injury. Safety is always good. So I have this that I use to take off this guy. It's very good, because sometimes you might be using your hand or using a plier. They don't seem to work very well, but this works very well. Because anytime you're doing anything spring, you want to be careful so you don't hurt yourself, because safety is very important. But I just wanted to point out something on this car, right? I was actually working on it yesterday. Then it gets a little dark. I'll tell my story. It gets a little dark. By the time I put everything back on, when I was putting this drum could not go in. Let me bring the old one. Because anytime you want to do this brake, always make sure you change the drum. As you can see how bad this is. You don't want to use this back. They are cheap, so it's not that expensive. So anyway, after I put everything back, this drum could not go in. And it was a little dark. I couldn't see. I don't know the reason why, So I saw a video. Somebody was saying you have to go in there, adjust the handbrake, blah, 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 5 days, buy the original one. No, you don't have to do all of that. Even though you buy it from outside, you can still do it, and you can still do it very well. So this morning I'm back again. So I see the reason why I couldn't pull this drum yesterday. This is what this video is about. So when you want to do this kind of job, you will know what to do and how to do it. It's a kind of easy job, I would say, if you know what you're doing. This spring right here, let me bring the camera closer so that you guys can see. So I just want to explain. So this spring right here, the mechanism of this spring right here goes right here, and it comes straight in here. Then there's another spring in the back. It goes right from the back on this side, then it comes right here. But that's not what I'm talking about. After you have done everything, there's a spring down here, all of that, then apparently you're trying to put the drum is not going in. You'll be wondering what's going on. So this car have what they call self-adjuster. I'm going to show you. This is why I'm doing this video, in case you want to do one. Let me load this thing here so we can bring this camera low, because I want you to get this so that you won't go through what I was going through yesterday. If I have known, I would have been able to finish this. Okay. So this is where I'm going with this. So when you get to this part after everything is done, and you see that the drum is not going in, don't try to file anything. All you need to do is see this little guy right here. This is very essential now. Follow me. You see this little guy right here? This is the guy. I didn't put the spring here. There's a spring going in here, like so. The spring is going to go here, then it go down there. So if the drum is not going in, just push this guy, push it up. Take off the spring and push this guy up, because this is the self-adjuster. So what do I mean? As this guy is falling, this guy will continue to drop down, adjusting the brake to normal. But when you're doing it, just make sure if the drum goes in, is fine. But one thing, you want to make sure the drum is not tight too. You want to make sure it's free. But when you push this guy up, then this thing tends to move a little inside. Then it free up, then you can be able to put the drum easily, very easily. So then I'll put this spring right here now, just like so, because I already did mine. Then you, sometimes I don't like to use gloves on all this. So you bring this guy. Sorry if my big head is vlogging. That's sometimes when I'm doing things like this, I'm very. All right, let me move the camera this way. So I'll put it in there. I'll bring you guys back. That was just the trouble I was having yesterday. I couldn't get that drum in for one reason. I didn't know it was this guy that I needed to do. Okay. The spring is very light. Okay. So the spring is in. You see the mechanism? You see the spring is in. So this one is up. Just, just for this thing to free up. So now I'm going to put the drum. And this drum here, it line up against this guy. Let me rub some grease on this. I'm trying to stay away from all those rubs. Okay. Everything looks good. So now you can put this drum just like so. So this drum is going to line up against this guy right here. Just like so. See? Now we gotta turn this guy just like so. I use my hammer to finish it up. So what you want to see after you put this drum, you want to make sure this thing is free like so. See? Then you put the screw here, just like so. And you use, I was using the T30 yesterday. Yeah. Use that to tie it down. So the reason for this, so that when you want to tie the tire, this thing will not be spinning up and down and you're trying to figure out which side do I go. See? So just make sure it's free, just like so that the thing will not get hot. That's basically it, what I wanted to show in this video. If you do have any question, please don't hesitate. KG is always here to help you. Call me. Most of the time is calling me is what's more easier to get me than sending me on whatever message. So if this video was any useful, please consider subscribing, support your boy in any way you can. I will see you on the next one, KG.